Hey everyone, my name is Arena Pablo, and this is my book report on Wish You Weren't Here by Erin Baldwin, published June 4th, 2024 by Viking Books for Young Readers from Penguin Random House. So, this book, Wish You Weren't Here, is a sapphic story set in the summertime about Juliet Barrera Wright. She is a very strong narrator, a very strong main character, and you get to see that witty teenage tone come into play during the time that she encounters her frenemy at the one place that she finds solace in. Her frenemy, Priya Penley, is someone that she can't seem to escape. Priya Penley is always in the spotlight. She's always in her clean white clothes, valued by everyone, and Juliet feels that Priya being in Juliet's camp that she's been in for years is infringing upon her comfortable her the time that she's comfortable to be herself and to shine. And so she ends up having to room with Priya and ends up having to work with Priya during the camp, and it is this whole frenemies to friends to lovers trope that ends in a happy way. And so that's why I like it. It's a queer story with a happy ending. Something we definitely need more of. So and that's something without spoilers, but it is pretty apparent that there would be a happy ending, so it's not too big of a spoiler, but that is why critics have reviewed it as a nice summer sapphic read because they value it for its happy ending, something not always found in queer stories, and also they value it for its like strong, powerful narrator who is true to the teenage experience. And so the reason I chose it to be a part of my book report is that my story is actually a sapphic read. It isn't set in the summer, it's set at the end of the school year, but it's both teenage main characters with a strong sense of self and some sort of stubbornness. I mean, there is contrast with my main character and Juliet, but this book did help me to really define what my character is going to be, and that's good with any book because you can essentially use any character to kind of either compare or contrast how you want to write your character. And so I found a lot of similarities with characterization and a lot of similarities with point of view that helped me strengthen my writing. This is definitely a book if you're looking for something fun, lighthearted, with a little bit of angst and a little bit of pining. It definitely isn't my top read, but it's definitely something I enjoyed as like an indulgent read, something to just kick back and relax with. Like it is advertised as a summer read, and it's interesting if you want to know more about how a camp feels, or if you've been to camp. A lot of readers have said that it captures the feelings that they've described before in experiencing a summer camp. It's also a nice book that places emphasis on friendship and belonging, while ultimately Priya and Juliet do form some romantic connection. They do start out as being friends after becoming frenemies because Priya tries to find her place essentially in the camp that amongst all of the last years there because Juliet and Priya are the eldest age that can be a camper, and so Priya, the secondary character slash love interest, is someone who tries to make friends and find belonging, and essentially Juliet breaks down her walls and opens herself up to the idea of friendship with Priya, who actually turns out to be way better than she expected and way more nuanced than she expected. And that really breaks down the expectations of women who are seen as powerful, and it really explores the dynamics of how women feel like they have to compete with each other when really they don't have to, and we can coexist with as much power as we want to have. And it also places emphasis on belonging. Juliet comes to learn that she's able to exist alongside Priya, and she's ends up shining even though in at times she is stubborn and is unable to move past Priya's existence and what that means for Juliet. My rating is probably 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was a good read. So yeah, that is the end of my book report.